Tophiachu, the Siberian Husky, has accused me of sexually assaulting her. She's contacted somebody to rob me.
Yes, I was gonna rob him. And you know why I was gonna rob him? Because I got...
She's accused me of paying somebody to catfish her to obtain her nudes.
They told me if I engaged in sexting that they would literally give me information on Jay. And because Jay was my op and he's been harassing me for years, I wanted to take him down once and for all because I'm sick and tired of him harassing me all down his app. He hasn't left me alone for years. He's been harassing me for years. And because I wanted information on my op, because that's what you do when you have ops, to take him down, that's what I did. I heard some horrible stuff about Jay, which they lied, by the way. And then they proceeded to tell me that they were paid by Jay and that I couldn't afford whatever Jay was paying them. And if I did not pay them, they were going to leak the messages. So when you're leaking messages that I sexed, okay. Because you forced me to, and I didn't even want to do that at first. I said, I don't even do that. I said, I don't do that. They manipulated me into sexting because I wanted information on my op, because that's what you do when you have ops, to take him down. That's what I did. And then acted like they didn't do that. Which they lied, by the way.
This bitch took 7 Tylenol attempts to take her life and said that I was the cause of that. That's a fucking lie.
A huge fucking lie. Man, that bitch lying.
You are Neanderthalic, and I think you have a misdiagnosis because you have a special need. You cannot get on the internet, set up a GoFundMe, and scam people for a funeral that's already been had. You cannot get on the internet and accuse somebody of sexual assault. You cannot get on the internet and plot to rob somebody and blackmail them, bitch. I already have given all the information to the police. They're going through it. You are sitting on that live trying to cry and no tears are coming out because the amount of sodium you've ingested have dried your wells. It's very sad that Tophia accused me of assault and now she's trying to use Rizzy's situation to smear my name. Just because I make videos and expose people like you does not mean I can't be an advocate for cyberbullying, bitch. You're a cyberbully.
I have a living mother and you don't, so why don't you go dig her up from the grave and visit her? I have nothing to say to that. I have 2 parents and you don't. So go worry about that. Oh, is your grandmother dead? So is mine. But at least my grandmother made it to heaven. Did yours?
Sit on the internet, beg people for money, and when you don't get it, you tell them that you hope their mother dies and a whole bunch of other crazy shit. The real reason why you're mad is because it's been 6 years since you tied your shoes without help and you can't find no cotton candy mines to work in, you big fat narcoleptic bitch. Leave my name out your mouth. Now, as we all know, cyberbullying and the act of suicide is very serious. I think it's fair that we acknowledge all people going through it, but I think it's fair that we acknowledge all people that aren't going through it, but using the act of taking your own life as some way to smear somebody's name or manipulate the public. Tophiachu allegedly took 7 Tylenol. She was hospitalized for taking these 7 Tylenol for an attempt on her life. While I use the mental powers given to me by Jesus Christ, I'll rise up out the seat, I walk out the door, and I end up in the hospital. I pick up the pamphlet and I look at their rules. Anybody anywhere that has an attempt on their life that goes to a hospital is held for a mandatory 72 hours at the least. Now, depending on how bad the situation is, they might hold you for longer for mental evaluation. What did that do for Tophia, you might ask?
Hey guys, I'm back. I'm doing okay. I just got released, so yeah. Gonna figure out where to go from here. Man, my phone is like down. And then in the morning, they transported me over to this other place and they gave me breakfast because I was like, oh, I'll go get something. And she was like, well, we can give you a breakfast while you wait because, you know, we have to do the discharge papers. You gotta wait. And I was like, okay. So then they discharged me and then I went straight to Taco Bell and had a bean and beef burrito supreme. So, yeah.
Tophiachu, so you're telling us that you're the one person in the billions and trillions of people in this world that have taken their life and been put on a mandatory 72-hour hold, that you're the one person that got taken to Taco Bell in the morning to get breakfast the day after? Anyways, I'm not the meatball that's in this bitch's conscience, so I really can't tell you what was going on. Maybe she actually was considering doing that. But what I can assure you is this bitch has accused me of assaulting more, and now she's trying to mix me in with her attempt on her life to get some sympathy points. If you would shut the fuck up and stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and get your ass a job and worry about Tophia, then you will probably succeed. You have 500,000 followers, you've been on the internet for how long, you go live every day, ain't shit shaking. You need to have a new route. Cause fucking with me gonna get your big, miserable, impolitely built ass put in jail. You wanna talk about Rizzy and cyberbullying when you're a big cyberbully yourself. Let's talk about people who are victims of assault. There are real women, real men who have been assaulted, too scared to share their stories, and here you are lying, accusing me of doing that to you. Somebody like you wouldn't know how serious that is though, because it's Christmas time, your mom's in a hospital in another state, I believe, and you're worried about seeing the Grinch. 33 years old with no priorities. You wanna talk about harassment? This is what harassment sounds like.
Jay, then all of a sudden I get this pic. Jay tried to tell me that I was drunk texting him and said stop drunk texting.
Jay, when I have let the thought of me sitting in your head for so long that it has swelled up in your brain is about to exit your head. It's so crazy you're talking about harassment and cyberbullying when you're using your platform of almost 500,000 followers to lie about me sexually assaulting you and cyberbullying you. you. I did nothing but protect innocent people from being scammed by you. You got pissed off, tried to come at me, so I responded, and now that's where we're at. You couldn't handle my response when I said your ears are so far behind your back you hear your shit when it slaps the toilet, and you got mad and you have not stopped talking about me since July. Trying to sit and tell me that my hat stinks when you sit in that homeless shelter wearing the same clothes all the time, sitting in the same spot all the time. I know it's molted. There's probably so much dirt and mulch on the spot where your ass sits all the time to think of planting an apple tree. If you are sad and depressed because of the situation that you put yourself in, the best thing I can tell your ass is to go seek help, but using me to get sympathy for that is not gonna work.
Like, it just doesn't... The stupidest question I heard in my life is like, why? Why did you do it? Bruh. Sometimes social media is comical. You just gotta laugh. Well, why are you asking why someone does something? It's most likely a common factor. Like I already explained. And the thing is like I didn't even plan it. I just went somewheres. I did some work, some important stuff I had to do. So stuff happened. Everything was like building up. It just was building up. It was building up. And so I passed Walgreens. I didn't even. Then I forgot. I was like, oh, because I was looking for a Walgreens. And I was like, oh, I passed it. And so I came back. I bought that. And I popped them like candy. Like, that's what I did. Oh, I drink this thing. She's like, it's nasty. It wasn't really nasty because I tried to convince myself it tastes like chocolate because the consistency was kind of chocolatey, but it was a black sludge. I don't know what it was. Thankfully, that's that Mustang I saw on the marketplace for sale. I think it's 1990. That's the one that I saw on the marketplace for sale. Anyways, so I drank it. Luckily, I didn't have to have my stomach pumped because I looked online. That's horrible. And while you're awake, they stick a tube down you and they give you this drink. So it's a long tube with like a point. And they gave me 2 cups. They were like, you have to drink both of this. So I was like, I'll just get it down because if it's nasty, I have to. It's to get the toxins out of your body if you take too much medicine. So I drank that. It tasted kind of like chocolate, but then the consistency was not good at the end. So I almost threw up, and then she's like, you have to hold it down, so I held it down. It wasn't as nasty, but afterwards, yeah. So, I mean, there's a reason I'm still here, I guess. Oh. They were like, oh, well, we'll just let you sleep. But I was like, no, I better get out. So they discharged me. She was gonna let me sleep, but I was like, no, I need to go.
Since I'm a monster and Tophia's a victim, let's take a look at some videos of her being a nasty bullying beast.
I have a living mother and you don't, so why don't you go dig her up from the grave and visit her? I have nothing to say to that. I have 2 parents and you don't. So go worry about that. Oh, is your grandmother dead? So is mine. But at least my grandmother made it to heaven. Did yours? I'm going to start taking matters into my own hands. And if someone happens to, have something happen to them where, they better make sure they have life insurance. Oh, you take your meds? That's okay. I mean, good for you for taking your meds. I don't understand why you're flexing taking meds. Wouldn't you want to be healthy? So, I'm sorry you have to take meds. That's kind of sad, but
You have been on the internet for years, not only destroying your family's reputation, but trying to destroy other people's images. You have evacuated everybody out your life, doomed yourself to a homeless shelter, yet you still try to find ways to make yourself a victim. When the police get done doing their research, I'm gonna mail you a check, and it's not the type of money, it's a reality one. The person who catfished you posted the messages. I believe the person in the Reddit posted the messages, and it showed proof that I wasn't the one who initiated the whole conversation. It also showed proof that I never sent this person to you, but they messaged me telling me that you were talking about me and seeking after me. Get a fucking life and stop talking about me on live unless you're gonna let me up on the panel to defend myself. You have monumentally fucked up. You accuse me of sexual assault and then you try to go back on your words. You accuse me of harassing you, then you try to go back on your words. You tried to contact somebody to rob me and seek out my parents and then you try to go back on your words. Bitch, no, too late. Anyways, I hope y'all have a nice day, and while you're here, go ahead and hit the follow button and hit the unfollow button on Larchu's page wherever you follow her at.